Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. Good to see you. I have an interesting one for you tonight, and I'm sorry it's a little late, but so this concept of guilt, and I've talked about this a few times in my lives. Last night we talked about the guilt seed, just a tad, a little bit, but this whole guilt trip, guilty feeling, all that. I'm so uncomfortable with the whole concept, right? So the Japanese, get this, the Japanese don't actually have a concept around guilt. So they don't even have the whole idea of guilt and feeling guilty at all. In fact, what they do have, they believe that guilt is is heavenly, and instead of guilt, what they do have is a feeling of embarrassment, and they feel like embarrassment is earthly. And the reason for that is because the reason why they don't have the feel guilt, it's because it's not related to the people around them. So when they feel embarrassed, this is embarrassed around the people around them. These are the people that they associate with, they do business with, their family, friends. They get to run into them all the time, they see them all the time. And so that feeling of embarrassment that I did something wrong. I did it. I did it incorrectly, and it's affecting a bunch of people or what have you. That feeling of guilt, not there. Instead, that feeling of embarrassment to be in that situation with everybody else and being kind of the one that stands out, right? Jenny, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So they don't have that concept of guilt, and I love that. I love that. Now, I'll give you a couple of things. When the tsunami hit them, they actually, the police was saying, the Japanese police was saying that the Japanese folks, I'm off today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little off. The Japanese, hold on. Let me think for a second. Let me calm myself down. The Japanese cops were saying that for months, people were bringing back every dollar that they found in the streets, giving it back to the government. During the earthquake that had happened in Japan, when things were falling off the shelves, if people were there, people would actually put them back on the shelves. Because that feeling of embarrassment among their peers, among their people, is what they don't want. How cool is that? Now we have people here, anyway, banging through windshields and windows and grabbing and running and all kinds of stuff. And here we have a different culture that completely treats guilt very differently than what we treat it as. In fact, they don't even have it. They have replaced it with embarrassment so that it's more effective, it's more earthly, it's more ground level, if you would, right? So I really like that concept because I if you're a vet to my lives, you know that I have an issue with the whole guilt thing, and I don't like the whole guilt trip and stuff. Um, and so, and in my culture, let me tell you, I've talked about this before. In my culture, it's like they plant that guilt seed inside you as soon as you're born, and they manage to water it and care for it and nourish it and have it expand and blow up inside you. But by the time you're an adult, you feel guilty about so many things, right? Which is an ugly feeling. It's just ugly, right? It weighs you down. Now, on the other side, embarrassment, right? Embarrassment, yeah, same. I mean, it's just, I'm so not into that. Embarrassment, if you feel like you're gonna be embarrassed in front of other people, you're gonna be pointed out as, oh, that's the guy, that's the gal, then maybe that would be a motive for you not to do embarrassing stuff. The stuff that makes you feel guilty, right? So I love this. I love that concept. I love the concept. And I love the fact that they would return every dollar. I don't know if, being truthful, I don't know if I would, but that's amazing because they don't want to affect the economy and feel embarrassed that they could have, but they didn't. How cool is that? Like, that's a whole different mindset. That's a whole different philosophy of life, right? To have that mindset. So I definitely appreciate that. So hopefully, I know this was short, quick, to the point. Hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Hey, I'll leave you with this. You know, it's one thing to have that guilty feeling when you do something and or you don't do something, if you would, right? And you feel kind of bad, you feel guilty, like maybe it's with the parents or maybe it's with the uncle, aunt, girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, whomever, right? And you just feel bad, you feel guilty, right? And it's just an ugly feeling, right? I want you to really feel that feeling, how crappy it is, right? Now, if that's a bad, it just, if it feels weird, right? If it doesn't feel good for you, then you gotta be very conscious of how that feels, what was done to make you feel that way, so that you prevent you from doing that to other people. Because it's one thing that, you know, we feel guilty, but then we're very good at making other people feel guilty. And that's big. Got to withdraw from that. You know, you got to, it's like all the curveball statements that you throw at somebody, you know, all the sarcasm that is not welcomed. You know, some sarcasm, all right, but sarcasm that is going to attack a person's character and belittle them and do, you know, just kind of break him down. That's, you know, and so be very conscious of not playing that game, of not being the person that makes somebody else feel guilty. So it's a two-way street. You got to kind of play both sides. And so with that, hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. If you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.